Welcome to Vixen Vibes Tarot. You have just entered sacred space. My name is Terry, your intuitive guide, healer, channeler, and modern day mystic. I'm here to help you embody your divine purpose. So let's raise the vibe and see what Spirit has for us today. So I am traveling and I got a serious download that I've just been pondering that I wanted to share with you guys. So in the scriptures, Yahushua said two different things that make me feel like they mean the same thing, and it has to do with mindset. Having a mindset of either scarcity or abundance. And when they were, so two things. So the first thing that came to mind was when he talked about let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. When he was traveling and he told the people to follow me, and they were supposed to go out and witness and share the gospel, share the message. And the message was that you are the most, and the Most High are connected. You are a son of the living God. You are the son of the Most High, the daughter of the Most High. And you can create the life that you want. You don't have to be subject to other people's will for your life. You can create your own life. You don't have to be in bondage to the Romans. You can mentally be free. You can mentally be sovereign and therefore create your life. So he was saying, let the dead bury the dead, which meant don't worry about what's going on with, what issues and situations and problems people are dealing with, even your family members. Let the dead bury the dead. And the other thing was, let the dead bury the dead, and the poor will always be with us. The poor will always be with us. It was when the woman anointed his feet with the expensive oil, and one of the disciples said, you could have sold that for a bunch of money and gave it to the poor. And Yahushua said, why are you making her feel bad about what she's done? This is a good thing that she's done for me. She recognized who I am. She recognized who she is. She recognized the expensive value. She recognizes the value of those who have Christ consciousness, those who are chosen, those who are enlightened. And he said, the poor will always be with us. And the revelation to me from these two sayings is that in life, you have a choice. You can either entertain negative mindset, your negative thought, negative situations, be amongst people with the negative energy, with always having lack, always dealing with not having enough, not feeling like they're enough, feeling self-conscious, doubting whether they're going to have a chance in life, doubting, feeling like somebody else is in control of their destiny in life, whether it's the powers that were, whether it's the society that we're in, whether it's the household or upbringing that they had, the parents that raised them or did not raise them or neglected them and abused them, the partner that misused them, mishandled them, and the job that doesn't pay them enough, that does not, you know what I'm saying? Or you can, that's the dead burying the dead, the dead dealing with the dead, or the poor that is amongst us. Negative thoughts, negative, entertaining negative beliefs, holding on to negative energy, negative beliefs, negative people, just because you came from the same household, you came from the same mom and daddy, you came from the same neighborhood. You went to the same school. Y'all were friends since kindergarten. You feel like you got to hold on to this person and remain friends, even though this person never meant you any good. You have always been the one giving in the relationship. They've always been on the receiving end, and you've always been the one fixing their problems. And they have never even so mentioned or given an encouraging word to you. But you feel so loyal to the situation, to the person, to the thoughts, to the beliefs, that you're going to entertain that. Let the dead bury the dead. The poor is going to always be amongst us. Or you can understand that through life there is a polarity. There is two sides of the coin. You can believe the best of your outcome. You can believe that you have the power to change your outcome for the better. You can believe that Scripture also says God has given us the power to get well. You can believe that whatever scriptures you want to believe. I can make my way prosperous. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am that I am. I can do anything. I can have anything. I deserve an abundant life. I deserve peace. I deserve love. I'm worthy. Or you can be amongst the dead and bury the dead with the dead. You can continue to you can continue on that. You have a choice. You have a choice. And they had a choice. And he said, let the dead bury the dead. He didn't tell them, no, don't go. You can't go. He said, let the dead bury the dead. And some of them went on to say, that's my daddy. I need to go and bury him. I got to go and be amongst my people. I can't leave my people. I can't, I've been thinking this way all my life. I can't change the way I think. People gonna think I'm crazy. People gonna think I'm all that, Or you can choose to think and feel and be abundant and make your way prosperous. The poor will always be amongst you, meaning you're gonna always have a choice. And anytime things are happening positive in your life, or you have a goal that you're trying to accomplish, that you are working towards, I'm going to stop saying trying. You have a goal, you have goals that you're working toward, you have chosen to walk that path. They're going to always be a choice. You're going to always have the choice of thinking on negative thoughts, negative beliefs. The negative beliefs and negative thoughts is the dead and the poor, and those thoughts are gonna always come by. They're gonna always pop in your mind, because that's the subconscious programming. It's gonna always come, even when things are at its height, at the highest. Even when you have achieved the goals and you're celebrating, you're toasting, you got the money in the bank, you can do whatever you want to do. You can buy whatever you want to buy. You have the relationship, whatever. The negative thought is going to always come. But it's your choice on whether you block it out, believe it or not, or let it go. Just let it pass by. Let it pass by and keep it moving. Don't let it get you off your square. Don't let it take you off your path. Don't let it take you off your mindset. Choose ye this day whom you will serve. Choose ye this day good and blessings, or bad and curses. Life and blessings, or death and curses. That's what the scriptures say. Life and blessings, or death and curses. So you're going to always death. When you choose death, you're going to get the curses. You're going to get that. Death is let the dead bury the dead. So you're going to get, when you choose that thought, when you choose that belief, when you choose that person, there's a consequence to that. When you choose life and blessings, there's consequences to that. So you're gonna, every day, those choices are gonna be amongst you. I don't care who you are. If you're walking this earth, everybody has a choice between choosing the poor or choosing the rich. Choosing the poor, those that are lacking, or those who know who they are, like Yahushua did, and like the woman that anointed him. And really, it's really telling you to anoint yourself. Anoint yourself. Anoint those who are like-minded. Anoint your path. Walk your path. Walk your path. What you worrying about? What's going on over there for? You done chose this path. You with us. You with us. You see what I'm saying? You got a choice on whether you're gonna go into the 5 dimension or you're gonna hang out in the 3 dimension. Either way, if you're in the 3 dimension, if you're in the 5D, the 3D is gonna be amongst you. You're gonna always have a choice on whether you're gonna go back or not. We have that choice. We have free will. But I really strongly believe that that's what Yahushua was talking about. Let the dead bury the dead. And the poor is going to always be amongst us. The choice to whether we're going to believe those negative thoughts and negative past program ways of being, or are we gonna have Christ consciousness and choose to believe that I am, and I get to choose the life that I have while walking on this earth, and I get to choose to walk on water, to walk on the situations, to fly above and over the negativity, the negative beliefs, to stamp on the devil's head. You know what I'm saying? To tread upon serpents and all this stuff. That's all that kind of stuff means. It's not literal. It's not literal. And we get to choose. We get to choose every day. We get to choose to move the mountain. The mountain that Yahushua talked about was you. Was you, your negative thinking and your negative beliefs. The negativity that you have held you captive. They talk in the scriptures that talk about being captive and holding captive your thoughts. That's what it is. The mountain is you. The mountain that Yahushua told you that you can move all mountains is you. Is your negative beliefs. But you so used to holding on to them and struggling with them and wrestling with that angel. You know what I'm saying? You wrestling with the angel. You know, when you should be walking on water, walking by faith, treading upon the serpent's head. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my message. Choose life and blessings. Choose life and blessings. Choose life and blessings. You know, anytime you have chosen to take the higher road and walk by faith into the promised land. You know what I'm saying? The giants that they saw, that they said that these giants, you know, they were grasshoppers in their eyes. Like, how you know what you're looking like in somebody else's eyes? No, you grasshoppers in your own eyes, because you choose to believe the negative report over the positive report that's gonna get you what you want. And we have this choice. Every thought we get to choose our mindsets. Every thought we get to choose our destiny. And you getting to your destiny is based upon the thoughts that you choose to accept or reject. So continue to think on those things that are lovely, pure, of good report, and cast out all those negative energies that so easily besets us, so easily slows us up, so easily traps us into death and curses. because we allow them to prevent us from obtaining our promised land, the goals and the promises that the Most High has promised us that we can have. Okay, so that's my message. Thank you for tuning in to Vixen Vibes Tarot. If you resonated with this message, like, subscribe, share your vibe in the comments. Remember, you are a whole vibe, and your vibe creates worlds. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aligned, and stay in your Vixen vibe.